you had 15 points in the first half, and I don't think you scored in the second half. Did they do something differently, or what did you see in that second half?
No, I just didn't touch the ball. They didn't do anything differently. I mean, that's really up to the play calls. It's really up to the coaches who they want to put the ball in whose hand. We kept going to Yoke and Maul, and that's, I think they're two amazing players, so you can never get mad at that. But I just think to beat that team, we got to get more players involved. We got to move the ball a little bit better. We can't be predictable against that team.
So I tweeted out this video of Michael Porter Jr. after the Denver Nuggets went down 3-1 in their series against the Los Angeles Clippers. And throughout the entire game, it appears as though the writing was on the wall. And I also noticed something while the game was going on. Michael Porter Jr. had 10 minutes of total game time going into the fourth quarter. Now, of course, he finished with 7 points on 1 for 3 shooting, 1 for 2 from 3 in 22 minutes and finished plus 13. But the important thing that I want you guys to pay attention to here is he didn't even score a single basket up until that very important contested 3 he hit late in the fourth quarter to give the Denver Nuggets the momentum they needed to win the game. And then after that, he came up with a key block. So what I'm trying to say here is there's a lot to unpack from this game. So before we get to the content, guys, what's going on? Make sure you smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on my notifications. Every single like helps the channel grow and tells the YouTube algorithm that you're a fan of the NBA and NBA content, and that you'd recommend my channel be shown to other people that like NBA content. On top of that, I live stream on Twitch on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays at 9 p.m. Pacific time. And now that we got all that out of the way, cue the intro. Mic check 1 2 1 2. What's going on, everybody? I don't think there is a stranger dynamic in the entire NBA between a player and a coach than the one that Michael Malone has with Michael Porter Jr. And at first I thought Michael Malone was just coddling MPJ a little bit, mainly because Michael Porter Jr. has this history of being injury prone. We've always said that this guy could be an absolute monster in the NBA if he stays healthy. And the more I watch him, the more characteristics I notice that are synonymous with past All-Stars. For example, you have a guy that hasn't scored a single basket late in the fourth quarter in a game that could see his team getting eliminated. Mind you, that he is also a rookie that was barely seeing any playing time so far. And what does he do? He takes a contested three-pointer and makes it. And bear in mind, he is only a rookie. He could have given that ball up to Jamal Murray. He could have given that ball up to Nikola Jokic. But at the end of the day, he decided to take the shot himself, and he was successful at it. And then he goes on to the defensive side of the ball and is able to not only come up with a key block on the defensive end, but he's also able to come up with a key rebound. And this is all remarkable because I'd expect him to be completely out of his rhythm at this point. I'd expect him to think, okay, I pissed off coach with my comments at the end of the previous game, and subsequently I should probably take it easy this game. But no, he actually is displaying like Mamba mentality like characteristics with his play style and with his mentality. And at the end of the day, his play on the court is matching what he's saying off of the court. He came out and he said that he wanted more opportunities to get involved in the game. And subsequently, when he was given more opportunities to get involved in the game, he rewarded his team with a very clutch basket. I just had to get this in a video, man. I am absolutely captivated by his progress. I don't think the Nuggets are going to win the series, don't get it twisted, but I feel like we're watching a very special player develop right before our eyes in Michael Porter Jr. I hope he stays healthy and he's able to play basketball for a very long time. I don't think this year is the Denver Nuggets year. I think maybe next year or the year after, with this core of players, they could do something really special. Now, I hope they prove me wrong because I love watching them play, but I just had to get a video of this to you guys. Let me know in the comment section down below. Do you forgive Michael Porter Jr. for his original comments in that interview? Do you think he could potentially be a cancer to his team? Or do you think it's justified after the way he played? I really enjoyed watching him come back in this game and literally put the team on his back, especially considering the fact that he's such a young player. And I'm really excited for this player's future. I'm your boy Mike, and I'm going to drop our mic until our next upload.